Are you ready to decorate for Christmas? In today's video, I'm going to give you kind of a behind the scenes look at how I figure out my themes, how I interpret my themes I want to do for Christmas, and how I put together my garlands on my mantles, because garlands can be really, really tricky sometimes, and I can't wait to show you. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm 72 now, and I just say it because if I can do it, you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank my lovely subscribers, my dear friends that watch my videos, that take the time to comment, or even just watch my videos. It means so much to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss these upcoming holiday videos, the best time of the year. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. All right, so we are going to take a look at how I get inspired. It might help you. I really recommend to look through magazines, Pinterest, Instagram, all of these places to really get things you keep going to. That's why I like Pinterest, because you can pin all these things and then take a look and say, what is it I'm really interested in? Is it the color? Is it the texture? Is it the items? What is it? Or is it the placement of the items? What really gets me every time? That is really important. Pick your themes. We're going to talk about picking your themes for different rooms and having one color throughout that does make it consistent, or do whatever you want to do. You can do different colors in different rooms if you want. There's no Christmas police that's going to come after you. Then we're going to talk about my mantles. Now I do two different types of garlands, one in my living room and one in my den area. And I want to go through and show you how I structure those, how I put them together. So you don't have to disassemble everything every year and put everything back on again and struggle to get it to stay up there and the whole thing. I've got some great ideas. I've got great ideas on spreading out your Christmas decor also. You don't want everything on one side of the room. Keep your Christmas tree separate from your garlands or your wreaths. And if you can kind of sprinkle it throughout the house, it really, really starts to look very cohesive and beautiful and gives you Christmas cheer whatever room you're in. Anyway, I hope you love this. I hope it's so helpful for you. I hope you get inspired. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome to my Christmas inspiration. We're going to take a look at my two mantles and kind of my plans for them, but I want to go through and tell you about my inspiration. Now, you know my living room, I call it Cozy Cabin. I looked at this Pottery Barn magazine. It was 2015. I picked it up and I said, that's it. This is the exact look I want for my Christmas holiday right here, encapsulated on the cover of this catalog. I have the black and white. I usually have that in my home most of the time. And I always have a little bit of a wood tone or a fir tone or pine cones or whatever with the fur. But I love the black and the red and the white. That is what really got me on this one. So we have the red and black buffalo check. We also have a cream and red toile. We have a black and white Glen plaid. We have the faux fur, and we have the background of this graphic black and white with natural greenery. That says it all. That is exactly what I wanted to do for Christmas. And like I said, I've always had a black and white theme in my house with these kind of wood tones or brown tones as an accent. But it's perfect. The fur is perfect for winter. And like I said, I pair that, which kind of interprets into pine cones, antlers, wood pieces, things like that have that same tone. Now, you don't have to use buffalo check. You could use a whole different print. You could use black and white plaid with this. But what I like about it is everything coordinates. Kind of the running theme through everything is your red, white, and black. And that's why this works with an accent of fur or those brown tones with black and white. I just absolutely love this. This is my theme for my living room. Now, here's a different shot of the same room, but it's not the same. This is painted dark. I've looked at this very closely. Interesting. That's got a white wall. That's got a black wall. But it's basically about the same type of thing. So you can see geometric with a print. Geometric, a print. Dark, light, dark, light, dark. See how they kind of mix these things together so they go with a theme of either red or black going through everything. And then again with the fur as an accent. Anyway, absolutely fell in love with this. Absolutely love this. You can see there's some of the pillows, the blankets from that year, 2015. And I've had this theme now for about, let's see, this is going to be probably about 7 years. I absolutely love it. So one picture, doesn't have to be a living room, can give you a whole theme for your whole house, or you're decorating for the holidays, okay? That's why I recommend go through your magazines, go through Pinterest, go through Instagram. And the next thing, I have 3 themes in my house. So I have the Cozy Cabin, I have Mad for Plaid, and I have Candyland. And I want to show you kind of what inspired me. Now, this is Leanna, and she's on Instagram, and she has the most beautiful trees. These trees are chock full of large, oversized ornaments and things. Cowbells, antlers, pine cones. Look at that. I just love her whole style. But she uses a lot of plaid, and that's kind of my thing in my Mad for Plaid. Here's another one of her trees here, just so full. This is another idea that I use as an asymmetrical mantle, and we'll look at my mantle in just a minute and kind of see what I'm talking about. She's got a beautiful dark dining room, and I love this absolutely adorable nutcracker tree in the playroom. So that's Leanna. That's one of her boys' rooms right there too. And this one was Christmas Ideas. Here's where I got my Candyland idea. This whole article is so charming. This is from 2011. This was a romantic home magazine. But you can see her mantle here with all of her gingerbread people she made out of packing sheets of foam. Isn't that just adorable? I just fell in love with everything. It's gingerbread, it's peppermint, it's candy. It's all kinds of things. Look at her sweets tree with the cupcakes and everything on it. I fell in love with this one for Candyland. Now we're back to plaid, and I do Mad for Plaid in my den. Look at this. I think this is one of the most charming houses. This was in, I think, a Country Living magazine. Look at all the plaid wrapping paper, the greens, the oranges. I love these dried oranges on a mantle. Oh, I really fell in love with this whole house. Look at this grazing board here. He's got a chicken, so they have chickens too. Anyway, I fell in love with that. And this one was Country Living Home. And this one was from 2020. All right, this is another one that really inspired me too. And again, it's all in the plaid tones. Now, this is Lucy, and I think she's on Instagram also, but I love the dark walls, the round mirror. She has an asymmetrical garland, but look at these trees, all in blues and greens and reds and golds. Just absolutely beautiful. Her wrapping paper is check and plaid. I love her garlands with the black ribbon. I mean, she's very innovative, I think. Here's her family room tree. You can see how beautiful it's got, all plaid ornaments and ribbon. She even uses plaid in the dining room. And this one was Christmas Ideas from 2021. This was a Country Living magazine. I just love this whole cabin feel with all the plaid in it. And then I love this one here, which is Pine Cones and Plaid. That was a whole theme for trends. You can see how beautiful. Tabletop, ornament, stockings, pillows. All right, you all. So this is some of my inspiration, what I say I love to look at to decorate. Now let's take a look at my mantles. So here we are in my living room here, and you know I have my living room mantle, and then I have right across here I have my Christmas tree. Now I want to talk about placement for just a minute. If my Christmas tree was right next to my mantle and then I had garland, it would be too much. You want to space your focal points, your holiday focal points away from each other. I recommend each room have at least 3. So you want to do something if you have a mantle or a sideboard or an entertainment center. You want to do a tree, and then you also want to do a coffee table or wreath or something like that. So, okay, I don't have this decorated yet, and I want to explain why. I haven't got my command strips yet. Isn't that awful? My husband was going to get them, and he said they have 10 million of them, and he'd probably get the wrong one. So, but I want to talk about the mantle. My theme in here is Cozy Cabin. Now, what I love to do, I've had this mantle many different ways, but what I love to do is have my tree display on the top. And it's a very symmetrical display, and I'm just showing you because I haven't unpacked all my Christmas stuff yet. But I have my 2 white feather trees, which I absolutely love. And you can see I have them also, my white trees, over my couch on my corbels over there. But I love these white feather trees I got at Home Goods years ago. And then these I also got at Home Goods. They have fur and burlap around them, these little trees here. I think those were from Home Goods also. And these were from Dollar Tree, the little firewood galvanized pails. And the reason why I have those is because in the middle, I have 2 more galvanized Christmas trees that are going to go there. And I want to do something else different. I've had deers there. I've had these galvanized trees, but I want to touch a red up there. Now, you might say, well, how are you going to put a garland up there? Well, I'm going to do a garland on the very tip of the mantle, and I'm going to do an asymmetrical one. So I'm going to start my my greenery here. I'm going to have 2 command strips here. Start my greenery there and loop it over to here. 2 more command strips to hook it on and have it hang down here. I'll have my cluster of bows and bells here. And then my 3 Christmas stockings for my husband, myself, and my cat. Okay, so I have my 3 long stockings here. So it's asymmetrical, meaning it's not exactly the same on either side, but it balances out. But my arrangement on my mantle is going to be symmetrical. Now, if you wanted to, you could lay a garland on top of your mantle and have it hang down asymmetrically. Or in many years, I've just had a garland that came up, down, and came down. Now, the problem with that is you can't put anything on your mantle. It's very difficult to do that. That's why I like this idea of hanging something with the command strips or command hooks. All right, let's take a look now at my garland for my den. Okay, this is not a body from Halloween. This is actually my garland for my den. Now, what this is it's a board, a straight board that I have here, and it's covered in green velvet, and then I've stapled on the greenery, and it hangs down on both sides. I've wrapped it and kind of tucked it underneath on both sides. So what I want to do now is I want to take this apart, and I'll show you the semi-finished state of my garland in the den. So I unwrapped all of the cellophane and bent these side pieces out. So here are, here's what the garland looks like. So it's down this way, and then it goes down on either side. You can see here. Now this is what I wanted to show you. You might say, well, what made it so stiff and long? Underneath here, I have a board with green velvet stapled on it. So that's what holds my garland up in this room. So what I did is I stapled on some old greenery that I had and wove lights through. I have 2 strands on here. And then I'm going to be adding a couple things to this garland to make it fabulous. This is one thing here. This is from Hobby Lobby, and then this from Hobby Lobby. I'm also going to be putting in here along with my plaid ribbon and hopefully some orange slices. And then over here on my little side table, it's all nice and clear because I'm going to put one of my Santas here and my red sequin trees and greenery and plaid ribbon. It's going to be so adorable. So I hope you'll follow me all of November while I get ready for my holiday decorating. And this was just a preliminary one. I wanted to give you an idea of where I got my inspiration, how you can find inspiration, and how I deal with 2 of my mantles as far as my garlands go. One I put with command strips, and the other one, as you can see here, I actually have stapled on a board. Now, when the season's over, I take out all the ribbon, all the greens, all the stuff. I fold the ends under, and then I wrap the whole thing in saran wrap. So that's how that gets stored. All right, you all, I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to see you in the next holiday video. Bye.